What's going on, Beamer fans? If this is your first time on Beamer Review, what we do here is showcase the latest BMWs that just hit the market, and today we have the beautiful all-new 2022 BMW M8 Competition Convertible in the beautiful Barcelona blue metallic. And before we get started, just wanted to mention my favorite USB cord of all times. All the BMWs that are coming out these days, they're all switching to USB-C. And if you don't have a USB-C to Lightning cord yet, I would highly recommend getting one, because all the BMWs, they're all switching to them now. And the biggest thing about these is that your phone will charge 3 times faster. So check this link out, it's linked right below the video. And without further ado, let's get started. So today we're going to be talking about why the BMW M8 Convertible is my absolute dream car of all time. Before riding this vehicle, I would say my favorite car was probably the M3, the M4, the brand new ones that just came out. But after driving a convertible with this amount of power, I have to admit that this is probably going to be my new favorite car of all time. So let's check out the vehicle. Let's talk about some of the things that I love. First of all, the grille. I absolutely love it. I know a lot of the M3 and M4 grills, they're a little bit obnoxious, but this one is actually the perfect size in my opinion. I think that the grille was the perfect size. And checking out these rims are 20-inch rims, 9x5 in the fronts, and 20-inch rims, 10x5 in the back, bi-color wheels. These wheels are pretty great, I would say. I want to say that these are my favorite, but some of the other options that the vehicle does come with, they are quite nice. But I'd probably rank these rims my second favorite. You can check out on the BMW website that they have probably 3 or 4 of them, and they have one specific wheel that's actually very, very nice. So checking out the interior of this vehicle convertible that we're checking out, this interior is called the Silverstone Extended Merino Leather. And the leather does feel great, the seats feel great, perfect balance of comfort and sport. And one of the coolest things about the M8s is that you can see the diamond pattern that runs right down the seat, and even that little black strip of leather that you can see within the seats that gives the vehicle a nice contrast with the Silverstone. Of course, the convertible makes it all worth it. And one cool fact with the convertible is that it does open and close rather very quickly. One of the coolest things that I've found out is that the BMW convertibles, they can open and close the convertible at speeds of going below 30 miles per hour, which is quite nice, knowing that you don't have to come to a full stop to put up the top or put down the top. Checking out the rear of the vehicle, the tail lights are absolutely phenomenal. They're also the perfect size, and looking at the vehicle straight on from the back gives a nice wide stance. The back designs are nice as well. You can see the little reflector right there, giving the vehicle a perfect shape in the back. M8 logo competition is all blacked out. It makes it really stand out really well with this Barcelona blue. Exhaust, oh my god, the exhaust is probably the best exhaust that BMW makes. The M5 and M8, they share the same engine, and this exhaust just pops like crazy. And as soon as you drive by with this vehicle, it's almost like fireworks are driving by, and it's probably one of my favorite exhausts that I've ever heard in a long time. Checking out the rest of the vehicle from the back side, does look great. It's going to turn a lot of heads. Again, the Barcelona blue just goes really well. One quick fact: it's kind of funny that I'm looking at this color, and my Yeti cup that I have is also the same shade. I guess you could say I have a Yeti cup that's Barcelona blue as well. I'll probably link that down below here too if you guys want to check that out. Again, the full merino leather does go up to the dashboard right there. You can see that it stops halfway. That's the benefit you get with the extended merino leather, I should say. The center console is completely different from the other BMWs. The 8 Series kind of has their own center console layout that looks a lot like this. And down here we're looking at the cup holders. The chrome finish around the cup holders looks great as well. You do have a 12-volt port right there, wireless charger inside the cubby. USB port standard, that's right there as well. Center console way down here looks great as well. The buttons are perfectly placed. One cool effect with the convertible is that you do get the neck warmers, of course, and that's great as well. Again, inside here, this middle compartment, nothing too much there. Again, we do have the USB-C cord. Check that out right at the below the video. You do have a USB-C port inside there. Charges your phone 3 times faster. Totally worth it. Use mine every single day. Looking at the screen and looking at the steering wheel. Again, everything feels great in the hands. And one quick look at the seat right here from this side. You can see the vents that you see right there for the neck warmers there. Didn't get a chance to play around with that, but I did use it for the other BMWs and they work really well. Again, check out the contouring within the seat. The design and the feel of it is absolutely amazing. Checking out the side grille of the M8, probably one of my favorite grills of all their lineup. The M8 logo that's blacked out right there looks great as well. The design, the 2-blade design that they have there, gives the car a great look. I love how everything here is blacked out. So now we're checking out my favorite part of the whole vehicle, and that's going to be the engine. Now the engine we're looking at is going to have about 617 horsepower. The engine that we're looking at is the 4.4 liter twin turbo V8 with 2 twin scroll turbos, just in case you guys didn't know. And this vehicle does have the MX Drive all-wheel drive system with rear-wheel drive mode. That's also a great thing that these M8s also have. Also, for the torque of the vehicle, the torque is going to come in at around 553 foot-pounds of torque at 1800 RPM. Very low, aka as soon as you gently tap on the gas, this vehicle is going to fly. Now, if you guys were curious, I believe since this is a convertible, some of the coupe M8s that I've seen, the competition ones, some people have reported 0 to 60 times of down to 2.8. I believe my guess from the convertible with the extra weight that it does have, the 0 to 60 for this vehicle is going to come in around 3 seconds or so. Ridiculously fast. I agree. MPG, just in case you guys were interested, the combined is going to be 17 miles per gallon. City, a low 15 miles per gallon. Highway, 21 miles per gallon. And fuel tank capacity, the gas tank is going to be around 20 gallons. Our cruising range for the highway is going to come in at around 300 miles. Cruising range for the city, 422 miles. Curb weight, a little bit more on the heavier side for this vehicle. It is a convertible after all, but curb weight is going to come in around 4,295 pounds. Lastly, I'd like to talk about the driving dynamics or driving impressions that I have for this vehicle. And I did get a chance to drive it around the parking lot and just briefly down the road. Didn't want to put in too much miles on this vehicle, but let's just say that the drive is the best that BMW has. And combined with the convertible vehicle where you can feel the wind and you can feel the sunlight just beating down on your skin, you don't really get that kind of feeling from any other vehicle. Mind you, you have this emotion of a convertible style vehicle, but at the same time you're pushing on over 600 horsepower, 550 foot-pounds of torque, riding in the sunset. There's nothing really that can quite compete against that. The closest competitor or vehicle that I would guess that would come close to this is probably the Audi R8. Let me know if you guys think that there might be another competitor that might closely match this vehicle, but the M8 just sounds great as well too. The exhaust that this vehicle has is the best that BMW has in my opinion, and the way that it just pops and crackles sounds like fireworks, as mentioned before. And lastly, the technology that is in this vehicle is one of the best as well. iDrive 7 does not disappoint, and everything there is up to date. All the features, all the specs that you see in the screen is very fluid, works just as good as the iPhones. There's no lag or anything like that, and everything works just the way that you would imagine. And lastly, driving dynamics once more. The handling is great as well. The vehicle stays planted. It's very stiff, and the acceleration is to die for. The acceleration that this vehicle has, I think at the beginning of the clip, the little drive-by that you guys saw, I was in first gear and I just barely tapped the gas. I was probably just going down probably 10% to like about 15-20% max, and that was enough to put me in the back seat and give me a little scare. And that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Lastly, make sure you guys give a like for this video. It really does help the video push a lot farther. And lastly, don't forget to check out the link that's at the bottom of the video. USB-C cords, totally worth having. Charges your phone 3 times faster. Check it out. And we'll see you guys for the next one.